out and do not just delegate them out to people's fridges, okay? All right, so on your snapper, we know there's going to be 2 fillets on here, right? So there's one on this side, one on the other side. For today, what I'd like you to do is score both sides of it, so that once you take one fillet off, then it's not so close to the board when you have to do the other one. I'm going to show you what I mean now. Okay, so check that there isn't any scales, because they usually leave the scales here and here. You don't even have to check. It's always there. And that's where you need to put your knife, because the guy who's doing this on a boat and does 8 million of them, he goes da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, and that's it. He doesn't worry about these spots here. Right? I'm going to end up with one on my face. Going to lunch today? Yeah, my water. Yeah. You'll find them later, because they dry up and then you don't know they're there, and then they're really hard to get off. Okay, so nice sharp knife, you want to cut up to the nape of the head right here. See, the head is hard here, and then the flesh starts right behind it, right? So you want to cut right through. Free this up. Some people will have you cut the fish head off. If you want to, you can. You don't have to. I find it easier when you're first starting to have something to hold on to work through the fillet, okay? Press firmly onto the fish, and then you're just going to draw your knife from head to tail. Okay, so you can see the whole fillet right here, right now, right? We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to cut right up to the nape of the head, cut down through here, draw right up behind that back. Okay, so you have on either side of those bones down the center, drawn a little line. Okay, so now I'm going to take a smaller knife, because this is only a little fish. If I was doing a big fish, I would use this guy, but I don't need that guy. I like to use the right knife for the right job. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an L cut. So we're going to go in and across. And then you're going to go across the spine, right? You should feel it all the way across and or hear it. Right? Fillet comes off, nice and easy.
I always feel like it's not going to get easy.
No, it's never.
Looks pretty. So you want the skin left on it, though?
Skin left on the snapper. Yeah, we're going to take it off the sole only. So the flatfish has that really tough, brush your fingers backwards on this fish. Feel how tough that skin is, right? It's like a snake, right? So that we don't want on, not really desirable to eat. So again, that L cut. You're going to come down to the spine and go across. I'm holding up the flesh on both sides. Why? Well, I don't cut into it, right? It just keeps it out of your way. Come on, you. Okay? Both fillets off. We're going to rinse these bones. See that blood there? This is what will make it not clear in your stock, right? So we're going to put these into a big bowl, and we'll run them under cold water. Okay? Then we need to clean this fillet up. So we see we've got some fins on here. We have a little bit of belly skin. There's still a rib cage. You can take this off when you're doing your butchery. It's cleaner if you do it now, though. So you want to just get right underneath this rib cage and take this off. Any sort of fins, tail, it's all really tough. You want to take that off. What else are we going to remove out of this guy? Which kind of bones?
Pin bones.
Pin bones, right? The really fine ones that run up every round fish. They're not in the flatfish, they're only in the round fish. Okay. Then you're going to take pin boners. Any of you have tweezers at all here today for
Yes.
fish day? Okay, so right here, on a salmon, you usually have about a dozen of them. They run about a third of the way down the fish. This runs about a third of the way down the fish, but there's only about 5 or 6 of them here. But they're in really firmly planted. You have to grab them pretty firmly and pull out in the direction that they're growing. Don't pull backwards or you pull the flesh right apart. Okay, check with your finger. It's all nice and clean, and you have a fillet ready to use. All right?
We're just putting one of the fillets in the book.
It depends how big they are, yeah. That size is fine.
Just one, or do you
Just
put-
one.
Yeah.
So you need to cut a fair amount of veg, because you got to think how many fish you have. Did you give out all the fish?
There's 2 more so left.
Okay. I'll do a second one. Okay, so that's your snapper. I'm going to show you your sole really quickly. Because you all, I'm sure, can do this snapper pretty easily.
Yo, let me slap you.
I almost did it to a student the other day. Someone was walking.
Okay, I'll edit that out.
Yes, thank you.
It's gonna have a nice smack to it though.
So this has scales on it as well. You just want to clean off any excess. This you need an exceptionally sharp knife, right? Because we felt how firm this skin is. So where are we going to start cutting? Right down the middle. So we're going to take our nice sharp knife and cut down the middle. Now what you should feel when you cut down the middle, do this, Eric. Run your finger straight down so you feel right at the bottom. Do you feel a little ridge? Okay, so there's this little ridge like this. I'll show it to you once I have it open. Okay, so we're going to cut this way and right behind here, because the fillet goes right up to the top of the head here and not so much on the other side, right? So all of the intestines are in here still. We want to be careful we don't puncture them. Yeah.
Always on that side.
Yeah. It'll be right here. You'll feel it squishy. Yeah. Okay? So you can also score the fish. This just helps you, I'll show you in a minute why, around the edge of the fins. So that when you come off the fillet, you know you're at the end. It'll just come out a little bit easier.
Sure, does this look like a eel? Not a eel, a ray?
Let me think.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah, same idea.
Like a,
Yeah, sort of a, like that, like a waterbed. Okay, so take your smaller knife. You're going to press firmly. So what I'm doing is this, right? Nice, smooth, even fillet just all of a sudden starts to come off. Like, hey, there it is.
What happens when you kill all of mine?
Okay,